Adam Thielen. He just crossed the century mark last week with 102 yards. It's the Vikings and the Eagles under the lights on Monday night.
Opened back in 2003, have a look at the Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Tonight we wrap up an intriguing Week 2 with a good Monday night matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the Philadelphia Eagles. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And CD, you look at our quarterback matchup in this ball game, that's where the focus naturally gravitates. And I think we have a fairly interesting one here. Kirk Cousins of the Vikings, Jalen Hurts of the Eagles.
We do indeed, and something I'm going to be watching for. Who can get off to a fast start? If you can go out, get points on the first drive, preferably a touchdown, you can really set the tone for the game. And I think that both of these quarterbacks are more than capable of doing just that.
The Eagles defense ready to go and in good form, coming off the shutout a week ago. And we'll be keeping our eyes certainly on this man making his second appearance in the regular season with his new ball club.
And his play was pointed out as a big reason why they got that victory in the opener. He settled in nicely with his new running mates on defense, and they'll need to get off to a fast start here in Week 2.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Cousins. He'll get that to Amir Smith-Marset. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Cousins on 3rd and 2. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
They'll throw again. Cousins. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Now Cousins. Incomplete. This is Albert Wilson. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Our game here, the Vikings and Eagles, the 2nd of 2 on this Monday night. The Titans and Bills kicked off a little over an hour ago up in Buffalo. And this, our only Monday night doubleheader of the season. But rumor is, might have a few more for 2023. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Cousins now. And he'll just get rid of it.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
Now Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. First down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for him, too.
Back to the ground, Cook. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Second down and 3. Cousins. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
Adam Thielen, a terrific wide receiver and synonymous with Minnesota football. You go back to high school, college ball in the state, and now his 9th season with the Minnesota Vikings. 10 touchdown catches last season, makes a nice catch there.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Albert Wilson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. The Philly defense back onto the field. They'll have to defend the short field here as this drive begins with a 1st and 10. Following the interception, Cousins. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Throwing is Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. They're backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And a nice job there defensively. They'll get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
The Eagles defensive unit back out there. They trail 7-0 as this next drive begins with a 1st down. Final play of the half, Cousins. Airing it out deep for Smith. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL.
Well, everyone's eager. The Philly defense back onto the field. And we'll see what adjustments they made at halftime, trailing here to start the third quarter of play. A first down throw for Cousins. Buying time to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, and talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going right back to Wilson. The whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. The Eagles defensive unit back out there. They're in the ball game, but could use a stop here. Trailing in this third quarter as this next drive starts 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Another try after the first down sack. Cousins to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. It's caught, Smith. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be 4th down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
The Philly defense back onto the field. They're locked in a tight one. Tie game, 4th quarter. So coming up with a stop here, vital. They start the drive with Cook. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Cousins throw complete to his receiver, Thielen. And he is going to be stopped up at the line of scrimmage. And we'll have a stoppage as well as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. To throw, Cousins. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now on 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation. The
Eagles defensive unit back out there. They'll be pressured not to give up anything at all here in the final 2 minutes of a tie football game. Cousins. That's complete. It's Cook. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Here's Cousins. Right back to Cook for another completion. And he goes out right around the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going?
Now Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Cousins to throw. That's complete to Smith-Marset. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. And this is going to be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. And we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
The Philly defense back onto the field. A big sequence coming up for them here, the opening drive of this overtime session. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. The first throw in overtime now for Cousins. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
So far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but it is a bit short here on the first down. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Charles, this was by no means an offensive track meet. I mean, the defenses were the story in this ball game, but hey, they got enough points to get the job done, and at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
You're absolutely right about that, partner. In such a low-scoring game, it completely changes everything you had planned to do out there. Fortunately for them, they got just enough scoring to bring home the win, and in this type of a game, to play their defense, that became one of their biggest keys.